Do you get downtown? Do you get downtown? Do you get downtown?
Hello, this is Craig Sharton, and welcome to another great episode of Do You Get Downtown, our fun show about downtown Fresno.
It is. I'm Kim Leonard, and I am Craig's co-host, and we are here to talk about all the great things happening in downtown revitalization.
And we're in the crew club, you know, the upper echelon for folks at the Fresno Grizzlies game at our Chuck Chansey Stadium, and we're always proud to show that off.
Absolutely. This park is beautiful, and the crew club is really cool.
It's a great place to watch a game. We have a full bar in here. You even have air conditioning if you want during the game.
In the summer, if you're a wimp, this is the place to be. You can still enjoy your baseball and feel really good.
And get to that ledge early so you can watch the game. And buffet dinners in here. Peeves caters sometimes. It's a lot of fun. And we love baseball. We love being at the old ballpark.
And we'll be hearing more from the Grizzlies today. We also are going to be talking to our new CEO, Aaron Blair, and getting to know him a little bit. And then we're also going to celebrate the Ambassador Program's second year, doing some great stuff around downtown and making it a better place for everyone.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear from Mitch.
Yeah.
And I think we even have some images of some of their latest happenings.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll be all about the visual presentation of the Ambassador Program.
Yes, the Ambassador presentation.
2 years.
Yes.
So we will also give a little bit of a quick update. We've been hearing about some of the stuff going on that we checked just this morning, and the Fulton Mall, Fulton Street conversion is still underway and scheduled for next March of 2015. Yes, I get asked almost every day, when is it going to start and how long will it take? And it should be wrapped up by the summer of 2016.
Excellent. That's not very long.
No, I mean, not if you've been doing this stuff for decades. That's just a little blink of an eye.
Little tiny bit of time.
It's a piece of cake, as we like to jokingly say.
Cake.
And then just behind us, the City View Apartments are going online pretty soon. They're already taking applications, so that's a great thing to get more people living and working downtown.
And they're going to be beautiful. There's parking underneath, right? They have their own parking garage, so that you don't even have to worry about the parking issue or anything like that.
I just toured them last week.
Oh, how was that?
We did a hard hat tour, and they're gorgeous. Every unit has a balcony. And kind of between the two towers, there's a courtyard on the second floor, so like a rooftop patio. So they're going to be fantastic. And then just right next to them, there's another set of new downtown housing units that are market rate, private investor, no subsidy. I mean, it just shows that this market is taking off.
That's great, and I'm sure they'll be all full within no time. That seems how downtown fills up whenever there's any housing available. So.
Yeah, most people don't know, but the downtown housing actually has a higher occupancy rate than housing in other parts of the city.
Good, there's a
It's hard
demand.
to get in. Yeah, even when people call and ask for a tour, and I'll call around to the different units, a lot of the time they'll say we don't have an empty unit to show anyone.
Wow.
So, unless I catch them right in between someone moving out and someone moving in, I can't even get into a tour myself.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, so things are really looking good.
Excellent. So as far as things looking good in downtown, we had something really neat happen about a month and a half ago. Was the mural unveiling for the Francisco Vargas postage stamp mural.
Well, and you were the head MC of that.
I got to be the MC.
I was out of town, and so we had quite a step up in terms of talent, and you took over.
It's like, oh great, Craig's out of the picture, we can go.
Yeah, so tell me how it went.
It went really well. We had Creative Fresno was there. We also had property owner of the Business Journal building, Gordy Webster was there.
Oh, yeah.
We had Nathan Alonso, who was representing Senator Andy Vidak, was there, and they all gave little presentations about why the mural is important and everything. And there was a really good turnout. I mean, the parking lot was full, so it shows that people are coming from all over Fresno to support the arts. And it was pretty amazing.
And you had, he covered it up so there was an unveiling.
Yes, there was an unveiling.
A little bit of,
so there was the suspense.
Flair.
Yeah, there was, you had 5 guys up on the roof. Everyone had to shout really, really loudly because they're all up there, like, wow, we're up on top of the Business Journal right now, And then the tarp is over the thing, and so Francisco's like, okay, everyone yell, drop that baby, or whatever it was, and everyone's yelling, and then finally they're like, oh, right, and and it was this great, thunderous applause. Everyone was really excited and cheering as the tarp dropped and revealed the largest postage stamp mural in the United States.
That's great, and it's in a great wall. You're driving into downtown on Van Ness or riding your bike or riding the bus, and it's right there to greet you.
Right there. I mean, what was once a very boring blank wall is now this beautiful bright turquoise and lots of colors. And what I love the most about it is Francisco really brought in Fresno's history. So in the mural you'll find historical figures like Fulton G. Berry, who Fulton Street was named after, is in there. You've got M. Theo Kearney, you've got the Sun-Made Raisins girl. There's a lot going on with that, and then it also shows bits of Yosemite, so it really ties the valley together in this beautiful mural.
That's great, and I think it's already safe to say it's an icon of downtown.
It is. So if you'd like to see more of the murals, you can go to downtownfresno.org, and we have a section about all of the murals and public art, and you can give yourself a mural tour, or you can get in touch with us and we'll let you know. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll be talking with Aaron Blair.
Do you get downtown?
The Community Media Access Collaborative would like to thank Wells Fargo for their support in making this program possible. It's because of our contributors and volunteers that CMAC is able to provide quality programming to the community.
Welcome back to Do You Get Downtown? We're still at the Crew Club in our beautiful downtown baseball stadium, the Chuck. And we're here with the new CEO, president of the Downtown Fresno Partnership, just fresh from Georgia, Aaron Blair. Welcome to Fresno, Aaron.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, welcome. So first impressions, I mean, you came across country, so you got to see all of the different downtowns probably along the way too. So how do you feel about Fresno's downtown, just first impressions?
Yeah, I think you guys mentioned earlier in the broadcast talking about, there's some construction going on, and especially when you see the residential construction, I mean, there's life here, and you can sense that when first arriving here that there's some things going on, and especially there's some excitement, and most of the people that I've spoken to about Fresno's downtown is very positive. So that's critical in my opinion. I did get to travel across country driving here with my family to move, and we did see multiple different types of downtowns. And Fresno's got a great downtown, so I mean, I think we're in a great spot.
You can feel the momentum a little bit now.
Yeah.
Even though we know there's a lot of big stuff to come in the next few years, it's definitely there's more electricity in the air over the last couple of years, I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, you can feel it when we're out, just being here and hanging out at some of the restaurants, whether I'm at Pease or Sequoia, and just talking to people about downtown and just listening to other people, eavesdropping really, other people's conversations about downtown. They're very positive about it, and you can sense that people really do want to return to the core and populate even our great neighborhoods.
Well, one of the things I thought was great that I think is an important component for any downtown is that you have experience in really design, from architecture to good urban form and those kinds of things. So tell us a little bit about that part of your history.
Yeah, I mean, early on I attended Ohio State and architecture school. I always wanted to be an architect and be able to design these iconic buildings. And but after taking a class in urban design, I kind of got this feeling that I can really affect change in a whole city more so than just one individual project. But early on in my career, I just was involved in a lot of architectural code writing, urban design plans, redevelopment plans. About 2 years in my career, got to work with Andres Dewani, which is, you know, a godfather of new urbanism in Naples, Florida. So that was a unique experience to be able to learn from someone like that has kind of set the standard, at least on the East Coast, for urban design.
Oh yeah, well he's known worldwide,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's really fun to be able to get a start
Yeah.
and get such a great foundation of knowledge.
Yeah, it's been a great opportunity, and it's actually worked for me in my favor in almost every position that I've been in, just because I've been able to go in and assess the codes and rewrite architectural code, or you know, look at site plans for different developments and be able to help steer developers in a better direction to help us relate in our urban form. So
That's great.
yeah.
And that's a big part of it, you know. I always think of like the symphony, having the good planning and the good design and all of that, but then you've also had the other experience where you have to work with people.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
small business
Yeah.
owners and people in local government and
Yeah.
all of that. Because that's just as important
Yeah.
if the design never gets implemented.
Yeah, I've been able to work in the nonprofit side, from a redevelopment authority to also being a city government redevelopment manager at the same time, and you know, they're very different on you know, what type of things you have to deal with and the red tape, and you know, where politics come into play. So you know, at least it gives me a broad perspective of, you know, when I'm dealing with this side, at least you know that maybe you have to flow like this, and this side you might as well just go right through.
Right.
But you know, coming from Albany, where politics is huge, every decision's made by politics. So you know, you learn how to deal in that arena, and I think that's broadened my perspective on, you know, ability of what to do. So
Yeah, getting people to move toward the direction of revitalization, especially at the early stages, can be a trick, because you're having to sell something that they haven't seen yet.
that's right. Yeah, and that's always, you know, that's always the challenge in being part of downtown redevelopment. But I wouldn't want to do anything else. You know, there's also a sense of excitement around doing that. You know, rallying people and getting people around a common vision. But you know, those things are exciting to me and exciting to my family. So I'm sure most people will get to know my family and my kids, because I make them work hard too and participate in everything. But they enjoy it, so it's, you know, it's good.
We'll see them at the ice rink this winter.
Yeah,
Good.
of course.
All right.
Yep.
That's great. Well, yeah, and the comparison to me is always like a startup company where everyone's in the garage and they're eating stale pizza and all of those kinds of things, but they're working toward that common goal.
That's right.
And then so often you see those entrepreneurs, they want to go back and do a startup because they love that feeling. And
Yeah.
to me, that's how revitalization is.
Yeah, it
Once
is.
you do it, you don't want to do anything else.
Yeah, you don't want to do anything else. It's not as fun to go into a situation that's done.
Already mellow.
You know, yeah, you don't want to
They've
go
got
into
everything figured out.
Right. It's not as fun. The whole part of working with all the different types of people. You know, some are rough around the edges, some are real conservative on this side, and just working with all those people and figuring out how to mesh all that together for success is, you know, that's all the fun.
Well, thanks. Welcome
Thank
aboard.
you.
Yeah, welcome
Thank
aboard,
you.
Aaron. We're
Thank
glad to have
It's
you.
a pleasure. Thank you.
So up next, we're going to have Ryan Young from the Grizzlies to chat with us about some of the really cool stuff that's been happening right here in this ballpark, so stick around.
Do you get downtown?
I believe that great cities have strong economies.
I believe that a vibrant downtown is vital to a strong economy.
I believe that great cities have great downtowns.
I believe that Fresno can be a great city.
I believe that we, the community, have the power to change downtown Fresno.
I believe that the Fulton Mall is the heart of downtown Fresno.
I believe that the Fulton Mall needs to change for Fresno to have a great downtown.
I believe that the Fulton Mall is crucial to a strong economy in Fresno.
I believe that the time to change the Fulton Mall is now.
I believe in downtown Fresno.
Welcome back to Do You Get Downtown? We are sitting here with Ryan Young of the Fresno Grizzlies. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's good to have you here. So one of the really cool things about downtown Fresno is that we have this amazing baseball stadium here, and we have our AAA Giants team, the Grizzlies. So
exactly.
We were talking a little bit about some of the players before we came back, some of the players that have been called up and some that come back to Fresno. So who do we have? Who's been moving around a little bit lately?
I think the big name now is Adam Duvall. He's been at the top of leading homers, RBIs, slugging in the Pacific Coast League, which is the league we play in. He had his first call-up with the Giants a couple weeks ago, hit a home run in his first game.
Yeah, saw that one.
Had a lot of attention, but the plan was for him really to fill kind of an injury void. Came back down to us, tore the cover off the ball again, and just in the last couple of days has gotten called back up to the Giants.
Cool.
And hit another home run.
Game winning.
Yeah, exactly. So
fantastic.
It's been, we got a lot of good traction with him. George Cantos got the win in that game. So it's guys that we're here in Fresno that people see now with the Giants helping out.
That's great. So what are some of the upcoming promotions you have? Because the part of it is, we have all these amazing baseball players that you'll probably see on TV instead of in front of you at the home, the home stadium at some point. So that's part of it. But what are some of the cool promotions that you have for the people that come down here?
We have a couple that are really unique. You haven't really seen in baseball or sports. We have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Night that's coming up. No matter what we put out, we could put an image of the jersey. It gets a lot of traction. So we have Nickelodeon's partnered with us from the beginning. They're coming down here. They're bringing costume turtles. We have a turtle lunchbox we're giving away. There's little figurines for turtles. So there's all little different elements, outside of the game. Our players will be wearing the jersey of Michelangelo.
That's great. Yeah, I voted in that one.
Did you?
Yeah, yeah.
Was it Michelangelo?
I love Michelangelo. He's my favorite, party guy. So.
How do you choose?
It's
TMNT. Man. I could not choose.
He's always been my favorite.
I hovered over it for hours.
I was a little upset that there wasn't an April O'Neil option, but I guess that they wouldn't have wanted to wear the yellow jumpsuit. So.
We've actually tried to get one of the reporters in town. I've been lobbying Amanda Venegas. To put on the April O'Neil suit when we do a live shot for it in the coming weeks.
That would be so cool.
Cross your fingers.
So could we get the audience involved with that? Should they all start harassing her?
That would be great, yeah.
Okay, let's see.
If we could, I know she's on Twitter. Call ABC 30, get her to do it. But outside of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we're doing an skate demo event with LRG. So we've created a custom Grizzlies skate deck that's in 3 different shops around town. One's in Hanford, Clovis, Fresno. We have some at our team store. So I think this month seems to kind of be events where we're really looking at, everybody does bobbleheads, everybody does rings, everybody does, the normal baseball stuff. And we're trying to capture different markets of people that normally maybe would overlook coming downtown to a baseball game. But, now we have an event that's kind of partnered with the baseball that kind of gets them down here.
Those skate decks are really cool. They're sick. I saw it and I was like, I don't even skate, but I want that. I want that so bad.
Yeah, just to put it up on the wall.
on the wall, yeah.
Are there any taco themed events coming up?
There is. The hovering taco, that's always there. It is coming up August 14th. So we met with Mike Ozageda. He kind of helps us out with that event. We just had a huge meeting about it in terms of the outreach, about celebrity judges. So I don't know if you guys want to get involved in it.
You could probably talk me into it.
You could talk my stomach into it for sure.
Talk to our agent.
Yeah, there we go. I'll put in a call.
Our publicist, yeah.
Yeah, but I think the interesting thing this year is the event has grown so much. We've heard a lot of feedback from the fans who's saying that it's a little too crowded because it's starting to outgrow Tulare Plaza. That's on the third base side of the stadium. So everything's going to be a little more spread out. There's going to be ways to buy additional tacos at each truck so you don't have to wait in line and then get back in line for a taco. So kind of more of the logistical aspects is going to make it easier for fans. So hopefully they are able to eat more than one taco at one truck.
Especially if one's really, really good. You're going to load up on that.
Definitely.
What else is going on? We had Sam Hansen earlier this season talking about his Grizzlies eggs.
Grizzly eggs, yes.
Oh yeah.
I ate one.
Did you like it?
It was good, yeah.
Did you like it? I think that's kind of the involvement of where we're looking, not only for the rest of the season, but kind of even going towards next season, because we already got the schedule in our hands, so we're already kind of planning stuff. But I think Grizzly eggs is just kind of the tip of the iceberg for what we're going to do, not only in just food, but ways to kind of capture different markets and also get attention, because the Grizzly egg was able to get attention for all of our food items, and it also led us to talk about when you guys come here and provide food from Peeves for the crew club. Sometimes we're finding out if you send out a press release or engage people, they're not really going to listen to you about all your events, but you got the one unique item and you can kind of slide everything else to them.
Good attention getter.
Exactly. So I think that's where, you know, the mind of Sam Hansen, me working with him so I can kind of decipher his brainstorms and get them out to people. But I think the last little bit of the season, you know, we have our fan appreciation night. We wrap up really the last weekend, the last couple days in August, and September 1st is our last home game here at Chukchansi Park.
And is that Labor Day then?
That's right around, right around that weekend. So we have a little stuff in store for there. I think we have a duffel bag we're giving away that weekend.
Okay.
And then our white Grizzlies jerseys we're auctioning off.
Cool.
No relation to the affiliation saga that's going on. This is already in the works, but there's going to be a little bit of a new type of feel to our uniforms next season.
Oh, that's great. That's always evolving.
Exactly.
I was around when they designed the first Grizzlies with the bear tearing
the bear throwing the ball and everything.
Baseball, yeah, that was fun. So I've gotten to see us from purple to orange to everything else.
Green and yellow, everything. So we'll see where it goes.
All right.
That's great. Well, thank you so much.
No problem. Appreciate it.
Thanks for putting on such a big party for us all summer long.
This is fun.
All your creative ideas.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thanks, Ryan.
So when we come back, we're going to be talking with Mitch Freund of the Downtown Fresno Partnership Ambassador Program and about the Ambassador Program turning 2 this year.
Do you get downtown?
The Community Media Access Collaborative would like to thank Wells Fargo for their support in making this program possible. It's because of our contributors and volunteers that CMAC is able to provide quality programming to the community.
And we're back again for more Do You Get Downtown, and we are really happy to have our buddy Mitch Freund over here, who runs the exemplary ambassador program for the Downtown Fresno Partnership.
Thank you.
And so why don't we start off by telling everyone what an ambassador program is?
Well, definitely. The Downtown Fresno Ambassador Program is basically a walking concierge program serving the general public downtown. They walk the streets answering questions, providing event information, shopping and dining suggestions, wayfinding information. They also serve primarily as eyes and ears out on the street as well. So if they witness something, they'll call the police and get it taken care of, or any other sort of emergency personnel that might be needed. They also serve as somewhat of a business liaison too, checking in with businesses, seeing how business is going downtown.
I know if there's a meeting, they carry out all the meeting flyers.
Yep, they definitely provide businesses with meeting flyers. They provide businesses with event flyers as well that can get posted in their windows to help inform the downtown public as well as the downtown businesses of those events also.
So is this something that we made up in Fresno?
Definitely not. No, there are ambassador programs all across the country. In fact, I came here from Madison, Wisconsin, where I'd worked for 7 years organizing and coordinating a program there for their downtown. And prior to that, I worked for about 4 or 5 years in downtown Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where I worked also as a downtown ambassador. So they're everywhere across the country.
That's great. And they'll basically a similar role. They're looking for lost tourists and directing them to restaurants, and if they see graffiti, they clean it or report it, that kind of thing.
Yes, and they serve a varying roles depending on the needs of the community in different communities across the country. Some of them are much more security-based, where they are licensed security guards and will work more as a security guard as opposed to more the hospitality thing. Other times, places have them as just information hospitality ambassadors. Sometimes they just might be sitting in an information booth. I was just in downtown Santa Cruz this past weekend and saw their downtown booth that they have helping people with an ambassador there as well. So it takes on many different forms in different communities based on the need. Here they felt we definitely have a safety feature to it, but we also are working a lot on a perception of downtown as being friendly, and so the ambassadors are utilized in that form.
And so the program just turned 2 just this last month.
Yes, last month. Yeah, we started the program in June of 2012. So this past June would have been 2 years of the program so far. We have a crew of about 4 people working 7 days a week on the
You
streets.
celebrated right here at the park, too.
Celebrated here,
Park.
yes, at Chancey Park. The city generously donated their suite to us to help to congratulate the ambassadors on 2 years of their service to the community. They even and then the Grizzlies themselves generously donated an opportunity for an ambassador to throw out a ceremonial first pitch as well, which our ambassador Ariane did a fantastic job.
And yeah, and if you're looking for an ambassador downtown, Mitch is wearing the downtown summer uniform, so you look for someone with this bright green shirt and blue hat, and it's got the Downtown Fresno logo.
At times we will have a sun hat as well in the sun also.
So they can come up and ask for directions, where to park.
Ask for directions.
What events are coming up, those kinds of things.
We even have people come up and ask us, what's the oldest building downtown?
So they serve all kinds of different functions,
all
not
sorts
just,
of functions.
Yeah.
And just to have a friendly greeting downtown
great.
as well.
Well, thanks for bringing your experience to Fresno and for running such a great program.
It's been awesome.
It's a great group of people.
It is,
Thank you
and
for
it's
inviting me today.
Definitely changed the face of downtown Fresno. It's made it a much friendlier place to be. So you see the ambassadors, you're like, hey, I know you.
That's
you
right.
guys are
You always
good.
have a friend walking
Yeah.
around. So
Certainly do.
Exactly.
well, so just in terms of closing thoughts, I wanted to share a quick story.
Oh, good. Craig stories.
Yes, and it just happened within the last couple weeks. I want to remind everyone how much a part of downtown revitalization you are. It's not a government program. It's not something a developer does. It's really people like you showing up. I had a person that was interested in moving a business into downtown Fresno. We met for lunch at one of the downtown restaurants. The restaurant was packed, and the business owner was so encouraged by how many people were downtown, and they looked like customers to him, that he actually went out and within that week made an offer on a downtown building. So the important part of that story for me is that you are the ones that are going to make this happen. By the people that made the choice to spend their time and their money in downtown that day, you're the ones that encourage the next step in the investment process. So think about that as you're going out, you're telling people about what they can do, what events are happening, what new places they can try, where they can listen to live music or see art. You know, the more that you're encouraging people to come down here, the more that people are going to want to invest, to fix our old buildings. They're going to want to open businesses for you. There'll be someone within earshot that has an idea that they would love to try, and downtown is a friendly place for entrepreneurs when they know there are lots of customers around. So
No act is too insignificant, I guess, with the downtown revitalization.
gotta be
Everybody's
here.
part of it.
Absolutely. Yeah, if they would have come down, we would have had that meeting and the restaurant would have been empty. I don't think the thought would have even entered their mind. So those people, I wish I knew who all of them were
Send
that
thank
were
you
in that
cards.
restaurant. I would send them thank you cards, and so you don't realize it. You just didn't have lunch today,
Yeah.
but you also were part of the process to help encourage more downtown investment.
Hey, if I can eat my way through downtown revitalization and still be
That's-
part of it, then that works for me.
It
So
really is the way that it works. You know, coming down here,
Yeah.
being here, and being part of this process.
that's great.
And you just never know what's going to happen.
No, you don't. You don't know who you're affecting. So, well, that's fantastic. We are glad that you joined us for another episode of Do You Get Downtown? And we hope that we see you whenever you do get downtown. Come drop by and say hi to us, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Do you get down?